Now, I'm sure after seeing that intro, a good chunk of people probably left the video, left a dislike, probably said screw you in the comments and whatever. Okay, I get it. This is a controversial topic, all right? And people have their opinions. But I do ask one thing. I do ask that you try your best. I know there's a lot of hate in the world, but I ask you to try your best to respect people in the comments, like whether it's your opinion, what you think of the situation, just try to be respectful, please. Don't go telling people to F off and that kind of stuff, all right? Just try. And I understand that people in this video, I'm going to have my opinions on this topic. I'm going to tell you the facts, and then I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it. And I understand people are going to disagree with me. People are going to think I'm stupid and dumb and whatever. And they're going to call me a commie snowflake. I don't care. You can insult me as much as I want. I don't take that stuff personally. So please leave your insults in the comment if you want to. Leave a dislike, whatever you want to do. I really don't care at this point, all right? Because screw racism and screw that crap. So let's get into it. NASCAR yesterday before the race announced that the Confederate flag would be banned from the properties of the tracks. Here's the official statement. The presence of the Confederate flag at NASCAR events runs contrary to our commitment to providing a welcoming and inclusive environment for all fans, our competitors, and our industry. Bringing people together around a love for racing and the community that it creates is what makes our fans and sport special. The display of the Confederate flag will be prohibited from all NASCAR events and properties. Now, that is the official statement from NASCAR. I have not seen anything on how they're going to enforce it. I don't know if they're going to go to the people who have the flag hanging up and they're going to go take it down themselves. They're going to first politely ask you to take it down, and if you say no, they'll start to, get mad. They'll threaten to kick you out or something. But that is the official statement. I really am not sure how they're going to enforce that yet. I'm assuming they're going to ask you, and if you don't, they're going to have to call in security or something, threaten to kick you out, something like that. So there is your official statement from NASCAR. Now, we've had some response to this, let me tell you. We've had a lot of upset people, and we've had a lot of happy people. I am on the side of happy. This should have happened a while ago. The Confederate flag, we know what it is. It was the flag for the Confederate States of America from 1861 to 1865 during the American Civil War. And, of course, the Union, the North, the United States of America won the war. The war was fought over states' rights, more specifically over slavery is what the South wanted. That is why the southern states seceded. States like South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, Louisiana, they seceded from the Union, and that's why we had the Civil War. Now, I understand a lot of people, they feel like this flag gives them Southern pride. They're proud of their heritage of the South. Look, I'm all for being proud of your heritage and stuff, but why can't you just do your state flag? Like, if you're from Alabama, why not just fly the Alabama state flag? Or you're from Mississippi, fly the Mississippi state flag. Or from Georgia, the Georgia flag, etc., etc. I don't really understand the Confederate flag. First of all, they lost. It only existed for 4 years or 6 years or something at most. So I'm just a little confused to why people are so hell-bent over flying it. Like, people are going out of their way, basically, to fly this thing when, A, you lost, so you're flying a loser's flag, first of all. Second of all, what it represents. Like, you fly that flag, you're not flying it. You may think it's for Southern pride, but a lot of people see that as a racist symbol. What the South was fighting for in the Civil War, they were fighting for their rights to own slaves, slavery. And the slaves were African American people. People, that's right. Humans with other humans as slaves. That's not morally right, okay? And, I've seen comments all over social media of people saying, oh, I want to go to the track. I've always wanted to go to a NASCAR race, but I felt uncomfortable. I felt unsafe and unwanted because I see these Confederate flags and it makes them feel unsafe, unwelcomed, and uncomfortable. That's what the flag does to people. And African Americans, when they see that flag, they don't think, oh, the South, okay, rebellion, yeah. No, I think the majority of people think of slavery, think of that dark era of the United States. I don't. Okay, let's go on. So I know a lot of people are big Dale Earnhardt fans, big Dale Earnhardt Sr. fans. Raise hell, praise Dale, that kind of stuff. And they're saying Dale Earnhardt would never stand for this. Oh, do you want the Dale Earnhardt quote? Okay, here we go. This is from a book. I don't know what book this is from, but here's what Dale Earnhardt said. On other matters, though, Earnhardt could surprise. The Confederate battle flag remains an icon in NASCAR infields. This was obviously written prior to yesterday. Second only to Earnhardt's 3, but Earnhardt himself was no fan of the symbol. There's a bumper sticker out there still on sale at just about every truck stop in the South. American by birth, it reads, Southern by the grace of God, usually with a rebel flag alongside. One day, Earnhardt slapped one of those stickers onto the bumper of one of his trucks. He didn't think any more of it until his housekeeper, an African-American woman beloved by Junior and Kelly, mentioned that the flag's implications made her uncomfortable. Earnhardt immediately located a knife, strode out to his truck, and sliced off the rebel flag. The motto remained, the flag itself was trashed. He didn't want to offend anyone or make anybody mad in that manner, said Kelly, telling the story of her Fast Lane Family podcast. He had a good heart. Years later, Junior would take a stand, though. Like his father, he was initially careful not to speak out too loud. The rebel flag represents closed-minded, racist views that have no place in today's society, he wrote in his 2002 memoir. He followed that up with an even stronger denunciation in 2015 following a racially motivated mass shooting in Charleston, calling the flag offensive to an entire race. Junior said the Confederate battle flag belongs in the history books, and that's about it. Well said, Dale Jr. Now, that is something that people have been saying. They say, oh, but if we can't have the Confederate flag, they're erasing history. They are erasing what happened in our country. No. No one's saying not to talk about it. No one's saying to forget about it. They're saying you cannot fly it. It's still going to be talked about in our history books. We're still going to talk about it in history class, okay? It's still going to be talked about. It's a major part of American history. The American Civil War was a crucial point in the history of this country. I don't think that will ever not be talked about. You're still going to see that flag in your history book. You're going to still see it in historical articles online, in encyclopedias, whatnot. You're still going to see it in multiple text forms, whether it be a history book, whether it be an article about history, whether it be at a museum. You're still going to see it. We are not trying to erase it from history. We're trying to erase the promotion of it, the promotion of what it represents. What it represents is nothing good. Nothing good comes out of it. As I said, it makes people uncomfortable. It makes people feel unsafe. It makes people, it's just not a good symbol. Look, I'm all for, like, freedom of speech and stuff, but come on, man. Like, this is a little far. In my opinion, it's a little far. So, yeah, we've talked about the meaning. We've talked about what Dale Earnhardt said, because everyone's all on Dale Earnhardt, loves Dale Earnhardt. But, yeah, obviously why this is happening with the recent events when George Floyd was killed by a police officer. This has been talked about a lot. Bubba Wallace, Jimmy Johnson, Ty Dillon, just a few names that have stood up and spoke out against racism in this country. How we need to change as a country to make everyone feel equal, welcome, that kind of stuff. And Bubba Wallace, of course, the only current African-American driver in NASCAR, he requested that NASCAR ban the Confederate flag. He did not say, if NASCAR doesn't ban it, I'm going to quit or anything. He said, I wish that NASCAR would ban the Confederate flag from the tracks. I don't like it. I know he was saying that other African Americans don't like it. He just doesn't like it. And I agree with him. When it makes people uncomfortable to show up to the racetrack, I think that it should not be there, especially something with this when it's a racial issue. And people, here's what makes me mad. People going around, they're saying, oh my gosh, NASCAR is getting too political. I am leaving NASCAR. This is absurd. This is not a political issue. This is a social and a moral issue. a human rights issue. Racism is not a political issue. Breaking news. Okay? This is about people, human beings, just like you who's watching this video and me. Human beings. Yeah, that's right. This is about human beings, all right? The equality of human beings. All men were created equal. I don't know how hard that is to understand. Racism sucks. I really... it makes me mad. Okay, I'm trying to calm myself down. Okay. All right. Next thing on my little list. I have some notes here. I've gone so off track that I'm just gonna keep going with whatever I see next. Yeah, why is a flag gonna make you leave the entire sport? Everyone's saying, "Oh, I'm leaving NASCAR. This is stupid. I can't fly my Confederate flag. Why not?" I seriously don't understand. You can't fly a flag that most of people see as a racist symbol. You're not allowed to fly that, and all of a sudden you're really pissed off and saying that you're not going to watch NASCAR anymore. Okay, goodbye. We won't miss you. All right? And people are saying, "Oh, NASCAR's going to die now. This is stupid, blah, blah, blah." Hello. Dare I bring you to the social media stats. NASCAR, yesterday, after they announced the Confederate flag was banned, gained over 3,000 followers on Twitter, or about 3,000 followers on Twitter. So, yeah. And we also had some major names shouting out NASCAR, saying, "Hey, great job, NASCAR, banning the Confederate flag. This was a long time. This was overdue, but you finally did it. Thank you for doing this." We saw LeBron James shout out Bubba Wallace with his Black Lives Matter car. We saw Alvin Kamara, running back for the New Orleans Saints. We saw him thanking Bubba Wallace, basically, and then he was actually watching the race, tweeting about the race. We are gaining new fans. We are running out the racist ones, and we are getting new ones who are inclusive. Okay? It is 2020, for Christ's sake. All right? Inclusive. Everyone should be allowed to like something. Everyone should be able to go to an event, whether it be a NASCAR race, an NFL game, an NBA game, a golf tournament, a movie, a play, whatever it may be. Anyone should be able to go to see anything like that without feeling uncomfortable or being unwelcomed. Anyone should be able to go to anything they desire. Anything. All right? Without feeling like this. And when people go to NASCAR races, they see the stars and bars everywhere. Sometimes they feel uncomfortable. Sometimes they feel unwelcomed. And I think this is a great call by NASCAR to get rid of it. And of course, another thing. NASCAR has not been, the mainstream national media has not looked at NASCAR that much. And when they do, it's usually negative. For example, Kyle Larson saying a racial slur. And you see this next one? This wasn't like as bad as what Kyle Larson did. It was the Ryan Newman accident, but it's not exactly a positive because he got hurt, but it's not like a condemned negative thing, but it was on the national media, made a lot of headlines. Ryan Newman's injury, those are the two major examples this year that have been headlines across the country, and of course, none of it's been about the racing or anything. This is the first positive feedback we've gotten from the national media in quite a while. People talk about how NASCAR's dying or whatnot. Well, we've just gained a lot of potential fans in this last day after they banned the Confederate flag. We saw that. I just gave some examples, but the national media, CNN has been calling Bubba Wallace. Fox News has been talking about it. Good Morning America's talking about the banning of the Confederate flag. ESPN rarely covers NASCAR. Oh, God. They called Ryan Blaney Dave Blaney and put the willpower font over Blaney. Dave Blaney. ESPN doesn't care about NASCAR. But anyways, that's completely off topic. Yeah, so ESPN, national media is all talking about it, and they're praising the sport. They're saying great call, and I agree. Steve Phelps, president of NASCAR, everyone who made that decision, great job. I think this was long overdue, but it's a great call. And then, oh boy, our last point. I have written down here, Ray Cucumberelli. I don't know his name, so I wrote Cucumberelli because I think his last name is like Cucumberelli. Hold on. I lost it here. I need to pull up the picture. Some truck driver that hasn't raced in like 3 years that no one has heard of and no one gives a shit about, decided to make his wife write a message on Facebook, maybe, about how he's leaving NASCAR. Yeah, he was bitching and crying, but he had to make his wife do it for him. Wow, what a tough man. Well, it's been a fun ride and dream come true, but if this is the direction NASCAR is headed, we will not participate after 2020 season is over. I don't believe in kneeling during an anthem, nor taking people right to fly whatever flag they love. I could care less about the Confederate flag, but there are people that do, and it doesn't make them a racist. All you are doing is one group to cater to another, and I ain't spent the money we are to participate in any political BS. So everything's for sale. Sarah Cicerelli? Am I pronouncing that right? All right. Yeah, as I said again, too political. Yeah, look, I try to keep my politicals neutral, and I also try to be unbiased. Yeah, remember when NASCAR had sponsors? I know there's sponsors and stuff, but when there was a freaking Donald Trump car, like multiple of them, that didn't bother. That's what I hate about people when they're hypocrites about politics. Like, look, I don't like politics in sport, whether it's something I agree with or it's something I don't agree with. I don't like politics in sports. I agree. But this, once again, this is a human rights issue and a social issue, all right? Racism needs to get canceled, as they would say today. But anyways, I guarantee you he didn't have a problem when Donald Trump was on people's cars, when that kind of stuff was happening. That's just me, but oh man. Hypocrisy everywhere. Some other good videos I recommend for you if you want to see something else on this topic. This is a long video. Real Radman made a video. I really enjoy his channel, what he has to say. He made a video about this situation, and I think that was a really good video. You should go give that a listen. And if you want a good laugh, go watch Moonhead's video on stuff NASCAR fans say. That will give you a good laugh. Now, I understand a lot of you disagreed. Probably haven't even made to this point of the video, so I'm probably just talking to a blank wall at this point. But, yeah, racism sucks. I'm happy the Confederate flag got banned from NASCAR events. I know a lot of you will disagree with me. I know a lot of people will agree with me. But, yeah, I really don't know where else to go from there. I know people are going to be flipping me off, calling me a effing commie, liberal, snowflake, chicken, whatever other insults. Okay, cool. I don't care. You can unsubscribe. You can dislike. I really don't give a shit. Go for it. All right? When it comes to human rights, people being treated equal, human beings, yeah, they should be treated equal. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care about your damn flag, your Confederate flag. If you're going to bitch and cry over a flag, but you're not going to stand up for people when they're being mistreated, I don't know what that said. That says something about you, but all right. That's the end of the video.